Star Trek Origin movie apparently happening. They keep threatening us with these things. What am I supposed to say? We've been promised many a Star Trek movie, and they've never really happened. I saw this report a few days ago. I don't really understand it, quite frankly. We're going to muddle through it together. And it's Paramount. The likelihood of this happening is so incredibly low. They're up for sale. So, honestly, who bloody knows at this stage? But hit subscribe if you're new here, guys. Turn the bell notifications on. Let's dive on into this, shall we? So, look, here we go. We've got the headline. Star Trek Origin movie is officially in development, according to a CinemaCon announcement from Paramount. FYI, probably not the most reliable people in the world. Why? Well, didn't they announce Star Trek 4 with all the cast coming back before asking the cast? And their announcement was the first the cast knew? Yeah? Not mega reliable. Not gonna lie, not hugely reliable, but you know, nonetheless, it's here. This is the news we've got, guys. This is the news we've got. So no, back in January, it was reported that Andor creator Toby Haynes was developing a Star Trek Origins movie for Paramount. Details were scarce, but it was said to be a prequel film set decades before the events of J.J. Abrams' 2009 reboot. That's right, we're still going there. Still got to be in that world, even though that doesn't really make any sense, because technically that was it created because of the incursion into it? Kind of. Kelvin timeline. It was, wasn't it? The timeline was established and created because of the incursion into it. Yeah. Anyway. Never mind. Anyway, a new report in March added a little bit more detail to that, purporting that the prequel would serve as an origin story of sorts for the main timeline of the entire franchise. What franchise? The Kelvin one? The other one? The Star Trek one? What one? With studio executives currently, and I quote, focused on right-sizing the budgets to fit within the clear box office ceiling for Star Trek feature films. Now that's smart. That's very smart. AKA low budget, it should be. You want to make a profit? Keep the budget tight, man. These films don't need to be huge. Not huge budgets anyway, they don't have to be. Bizarre that they kept trying to be like, yeah, we're going to make $1 billion with this. And kept bloody failing every single time. We'll try again. Third time's a charm, I guess. Or fourth time. Anyway, during the Paramount presentation at CinemaCon on Thursday, the studio decided to make the project official. So it had just been reported before. Nothing ever official. Now it's official. So, as usual, those reports were true. So Haynes is directing. Toby Haynes. And we also received confirmation that the script was being written by Seth Grahame-Smith. Probably the weirdest part of this announcement. Seth Grahame-Smith, guy behind Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter and the Lego Batman movie. Odd. Odd. Not horrendous, but odd. Definitely odd. Now I will say, actually, if you're trying to take a somewhat a comedic approach, which they were with this new Kelvin timeline, because the previous Star Trek's never been massively comedic. You know, there's been a little bit here and there, but generally speaking, it tried to take itself seriously somewhat. But if you're trying to continue in that vein, is he the right guy for the job? Maybe. I don't think the action's not. Is he good at writing action? I mean, you do need to have some action in these Star Trek movies. Lego Batman movie, man. That's the guy you're getting to write this? That's a weird flag, isn't it? Is that a red flag? I think that's a red flag. Probably because he's cheap. Anyway, so the film is scheduled to enter production later this year for a release in 2025. You know what I say to that? Hogswash. I say BS. I can smell it from here. Why? Because again, Paramount are up for sale. I think they're lining a whole bunch of stuff up. to boost their value. Makes sense. I could be wrong, by the way. I 100% I could be wrong. Massively could be wrong here. But, yeah, I don't know. I think CinemaCon, get traction for it. It's a good place to announce this stuff, to get traction. To then boost your sale price. But also to make it more appealing to another investor. You know, it could be that they've got another potential buyer and they've said, you know what you need to do? You actually need to get some projects into active development before we, you know, look to commit to the purchase. Now that could be true as well. But I am just a little bit, always a bit suspect when it comes to Paramount and any decision, you know, sort of announcement that they put out there. Has it actually been decided? Or is it still, you know, they're floating the idea and they've not even bothered to tell the director or the cast, which, you know, definitely happened with Star Trek 4. Fucking weird. Anyway, so while unconfirmed, it's thought that the prequel film will chronicle how Starfleet and the United Federation became the dominant governing forces in the universe. I hope that doesn't mean they're going to go and sort of paint them to be some weird authoritarians. Because that wasn't what they were. I hope that's not what that means. Anyway, Paramount also made it clear that Star Trek 4 with Chris Pine's James Kirk, Zachary Quinto's Spock, and Zoe Saldana's Uhura is still in development. Apparently it's still in development. I know, long pause. I just wanted that to settle in. Apparently it's still in development. I will not believe that until I actually see behind the scenes photos of them filming. Just release a still that they're filming, then I'll be like, yeah, of course, that's fine. You're filming, yeah, sure. Until then, I don't believe a word. I literally don't believe a word. And it even says this, you know, fan reaction has been mixed to the news of the project, as it seems that the Origin movie will arrive before Star Trek 4, which is slated to be released 2026. Coincides with the 60th anniversary of the franchise. I doubt Star Trek 4 is going to get off the ground. Unbelievable. I really, nah. I can't. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Genuinely can't believe it. So there you go. Again, there's not much to go through with this. An Origin movie is confirmed. Who cares? It is what it is. Do you care? I mean, I reckon it'll still have J.J. Abrams or Kurtzman behind it in some shape or form, which means it's not going to be great. It's not going to be great. So, shame. Star Trek 4, probably not happening. But what do you think? Let me know down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.